This is Wales' newcomer, Neil Slatter of Bristol Rovers, Cardiff-born, 19 years old on Monday. And this is the side he plays in, solid enough at the back, competitive enough in midfield, but perhaps short of scorers now that injury robs them not only of Robbie James and Leighton James, but also of Liverpool's Ian Rush. Scotland makes 7 changes following the goalless draw with Northern Ireland. Now they field 3 from the Scottish champions Dundee United, 4 from the Cup Winners' Cup heroes Aberdeen, and 4 Anglos. So no one from Rangers or Celtic, not even Charlie Nicholas. Alan Brazil of Ipswich takes his place, though he's still hoping to score his first goal for Scotland in this his 12th game. Big crowd of Scots fans have made the long journey to Cardiff. And we pick up play in the first half. And we pick up the action now in the first half. So it's Wales attacking the goal to our right in their traditional red shirts, white shorts, on a grey, cold afternoon in Wales. Heavy rain this morning, made the top surface a bit wet, but it's firm underneath. Here's one for Brazil to chase. Flynn back with him. Just watched over the line by Ratcliffe. Neville Southall of Everton in goal for Wales, winning his 5th cap today. David Neri, wearing 4 there for Scotland, a central defender against Northern Ireland on Tuesday, taking up a place in midfield here. Andy Gray and Brazil smothered by Welsh numbers. Referee comes from Northern Ireland, Mr. Malcolm Moffat. Gordon Davis, Jeremy Charles, number 9. Foul indicated by the linesman. All 3 officials come from Northern Ireland. It's Mickey Thomas. Free kick taken by Richard Gough towards Andy Gray. Header on by Bannon. Miller. Souness's touch. And the pass from Frank Gray, not finding a man. Goal scoring may well prove to be something of a problem for both sides. Between them they can muster very nearly 400 caps, but with that many international appearances behind them, they ought to be able to summon up more than 20 goals, which is all the records show. Quite a stiff breeze blowing down the pitch in favour of Scotland. Bannon coming and challenging Southall, who's outside the box. Linesman flagged, I think, for handball, but I think also was rightly overruled by the referee. Miller penalised for coming over Davis's shoulder. Flynn takes the free kick. Up to Davis. Miller stays with him and concedes the corner, which Flynn will take. Near post, flick on, and just a touch from Leighton's fingertips. First chance of the game goes to Wales. McLeish. Now Goff. Goff's throw. Gray. And the free kick to Wales. Joey Jones. Off Gordon Davis to Jones. Frank Gray with the throw to Brazil. Hard challenge from Ratcliffe, or from Paul Price rather. To Bannon. Andy Gray checked to see, and he was onside, and if he'd just gone, might have got away with that. Ratcliffe. Thomas forward, but out of play. Pitch looking well grassed and playing well, in spite of the fact that besides Cardiff City's soccer fixtures here, the rugby league side also play on this Ninian Park pitch. There's Brazil, pass taken off his toe. Foul given against McLeish on Charles. Ratcliffe to Nicholas. Charles and Souness, and now Bannon. We're going to have a very crowded midfield, both sides playing 4-4-2. And so far not a lot of room, but Strachan may make something of this. Shot deflected all the way across to Brazil. His cross also blocked and then slid out of play by Paul Price. Two challenges by Joey Jones and another throw in for Scotland. Bannon with Gray coming to meet him, Frank Gray that is. Brazil. A very nimble turn by Brazil, but the Welsh covering was good and tight, and he couldn't find room for the cross, and the outcome is a goal kick. Arles wins against McLeish. Slatter. Thomas. Headed by Goff. Thomas again for Wales. Charles. Pass looking for Flynn, but not accurate enough. And that was clear obstruction by Jones. Referee plays the advantage because Frank Gray has taken it up. 3 for him to cross to, and he hits it over low, and the back pass looked very dangerous. Wales escape, but somewhat luckily. Kenny Jackett was a little bit casual with that stab back, Ball played across low, and Kenny Jackett didn't really connect as firmly as he'd intended, and it was a bit of a struggle to prevent Brazil from getting in. Price. Brazil. Souness with the throw, finding Andy Gray. Price away from Brazil. Touch from Neri. Goff. Strachan back to Miller. Strachan. And again. Neri. Touch for Goff. And the foul is given. Chance now for Scotland to see if they can float one onto the head of the big men. They've got Brazil and Andy Gray, the strikers, and they've got McLeish up to lend some height in the box as well. So too is right back Richard Goff. And it's Gray who goes for it. It eluded them all, and it's gone out for a corner, which Bannon is going to take from this side. Struck deep, and out for a goal kick. Just a bit too deep from Bannon. McLeish should come upfield to support the front men. Gray now back at Leeds after a couple of years at Nottingham Forest. Gordon Davis was the Wales player. Strachan. Andy Gray. And that's another corner. Strachan to take this one, and to swing it out for the men running in to come onto. And McLeish coming late, good header, Andy Gray gets it in. Well worked, rehearsed corner kick. McLeish timed his run to perfection, and that's why he gets the congratulations. Andy Gray was in where he's usually to be found, where it's toughest, where the goals are to be claimed. Corner struck wide, McLeish already on his run, beautifully timed, good header, and Gray there to apply the finishing touch. Andy Gray, his 5th goal in this, his 16th international. Another header from Andy Gray, Brazil chasing it, out comes Southall, but it is Scotland 0, it is Wales 0 rather, Scotland 1 with just over 12 minutes gone. Scotland haven't won on Welsh soil for 10 years. They've got a good start here. Souness. Thomas. Nicholas. Brazil. Gray. Ratcliffe to Price. Charles for Flynn. Header was over from Thomas. It was a well-worked move with Charles and Flynn creating the opening for Mickey Thomas. But the header didn't test Jim Leighton. It's the cross at the end of it from Flynn. Good jump by Thomas. Two defenders not close enough to him, but over the top. Andy Gray backing into his man. Nicholas for Slatter. Not had a lot to do yet, the young newcomer. Nicholas again. Flynn. Welsh build up looking better here, but Charles couldn't get through onto the pass in the middle. Andy Gray's header will go out of play. Foul's been given against McLeish, or rather against Goff. Free kick to Wales. Flynn. Jacket. Davis. And Leighton comes to claim it. Goff. Nicholas for Davis. Frank Gray at his heels. Joey Jones coming in support, so too is Nicholas. Can he pull that back? He's won a corner. Well, Scotland got their goal from a corner. I don't know whether Wales have anything up their sleeves. Mickey Thomas to take it. Joey Jones at the near post. Worked that move from their previous corner and tested Leighton for virtually the only time so far. Going for the same move, it was Andy Gray who met it, and it's still anybody's, and Souness couldn't get it away. Taken off his toe, but brought away for Scotland by Bannon. Kevin Ratcliffe decides that he doesn't need Southall's assistance. Slatter. Now it's going to go back to Southall. Not quite sure that I see the point of the exercise. Out of play from the goalkeeper. Wasteful football by Wales. Brazil and Gray striking up the beginnings of an interesting understanding. Beginning to rain again. Miller. And by Bannon, Brazil couldn't take it. Price back to Southall. Flynn's header for Davis. Cross hits Miller, and a Welsh throw. Davis. Nicholas. And Charles! Clipped it just wide. Bearer of a famous name for Wales, son of Mel and nephew of John. The ball came across here. Looked for a moment as though Mickey Thomas might have the opportunity. It fell to Charles. Under pressure from McLeish, put it wide. a push by Miller on Davis. Joey Jones. Slatter's cross blocked. Strachan for Scotland. Tackle by Jackett was good. And so is the cross. Davis! And kicked away by Frank Gray. But Wales beginning to come back at Scotland. And that's raising the Welsh fans. Good support from the local fans. Cross by Joey Jones. Header away by Souness to Andy Gray. Ratcliffe doesn't win any applause for that. The important thing now is for Price to distribute well. Shifts the responsibility. And Ratcliffe overhits it with the left foot. Brazil, and ball, and it's given. As though Andy Gray was being held, but the referee decided not. Andy Gray gets another chance and finds Neri. Neri and the referee equally displeased by Joey Jones's tackle. Mr. Moffat keeping a firm control of the proceedings. Frank Gray. Andy Gray's header and a good save by Southall. Wales will be a bit worried about the superiority in the air of the Scottish strikers. Southall to Slatter. Mickey Thomas in a forward position. Slatter staying up to support him. Well picked out by Nicholas. Slatter. Bannon for Scotland. Andy Gray, Neri robbed, and Flynn tries to take advantage and is fouled by Souness. Nicholas finding Slatter. The youngster looking very at home in his first international. It's a chance to see if he can improve on his pass. Nicholas. Souness, offside. First offside of the game, and we're almost midway through the first half. Thomas. Davis took a bang on the back of the head. Slatter has a shot at goal and is on target, and credit to him for that. Shooting from a long way out, 35 yards. But at least kept Leighton on his toes. Neil Slatter comes back onto the right foot. He's played at right full-back for Bristol Rovers. Frank Gray. Goff. Strachan. Goff had gone on and taken up a good position, but hit the cross where it could be cut out. Control by Charles, gives Scotland possession. McLeish, Andy Gray. Thomas, Slatter, and Thomas again. Davis on that side to assist him. This is Davis. Tackle was quick and effective by Goff. Davis turned Goff well. Cross was deflected and headed away by Bannon, only as far as Jones. Thomas beaten by the much taller Goff. Slatter. Cross coming in again, nicely struck with the right foot. Mary, McLeish and Brazil. Brazil has made an angle for himself. Might have done better to shoot there. Perhaps he didn't realise just how well he'd done. Souness. Jones heads away. Thomas. And Thomas obstructed and gets the free kick. Bannon was the culprit. Jones, Fisher's header away. Nicholas and Jones confusing each other. Bannon for McLeish coming out from the back. Miller. Strachan. Andy Gray heading on. There may have been a suspicion of control with the arm anyway by Brazil, but the referee was able to apply the advantage. Price. Charles's header, and he took a knock in the face, but he's found Flynn. Flynn's cross for Thomas. Thomas, can he turn and find a shooting angle? Needs to try Flynn again. And the goalkeeper's punch was effective, helped further out by Bannon. Thomas. Gray. Ratcliffe for Wales. Oh, that's all right as long as Southall can find a man. Does so. Charles. Flynn, two defenders to beat, but Jones supporting him. Charles's head, and Davis had gone in for the knock-on, so it's Strachan to bring it away for Scotland. Loves to run with the ball, but has learned to vary his game in the last few seasons. Once upon a time, teams used to shunt Gordon Strachan into blind alleys, but not so much anymore. Taking the header from Souness. Squeeze that one through well for Brazil. Set up for Neri. Neri tried to chip Southall and got too much elevation. Chances coming in both penalty areas. And it's been an entertaining enough international here at Ninian Park. Nice turn there by Brazil. Sets it up for Neri. And with the defenders coming in on him, was rushed into the chip. David Neri. Neri again to Frank Gray. Ratcliffe to Thomas. Davis wide on the left, coming short now, and Slatter going on the overlap. Thomas opts against either of them. Hasn't made up his mind what he is going to do. Well, by the time he played it to Slater, Slater was marked, and that was bad play by Mickey Thomas. Strachan. Thomas now. Bannon. Ball pings around and comes out to Charles. Charles running at McLeish. Davis feels for offside, not upheld. Good save, and Leighton had got his angles right, and he got down smartly, smothered it with his body. Charles makes the opening for Davis. Scott's check looking for offside, the flag stays down, and Leighton gets down to block. Scott's goalkeeper narrowed the angle and covered all the possibilities. Strachan called for a good save from Southall. Well saved. Thomas. Flynn. Strachan to Gough. Andy Gray. Just over half an hour. Wales 0, Scotland 1. Gough to take the throw again for Scotland. Nicholas. Charles out jumped by McLeish. Davis. Miller will tidy up. Neri. Gough. Souness. Time and space not easy to come by in midfield, and Scotland have had much more success when they've missed out the midfield and gone with the long ones, looking for the willing running of Andy Gray and Alan Brazil. Play a bit untidy here. Neither side able to put together successive passes. And now Brazil offside. Nicholas taking the pass from Price. Mickey Thomas calling. Charles on his chest, but all hooked away by Souness to Strachan. Souness has made a run wide to the right. Out on this side, neither Bannon nor Brazil. Price. Aiming for Slater. On for Thomas, but not accurately enough. Off Souness for a Wales throw. Charles. Challenge came in from McLeish. Slater to Nicholas, and Nicholas to Jones. Jones with 4 to aim for if he can cross. Flynn, nice back header. But Charles, although he'd gone down looking for the volley, got underneath it. Nice build-up from Wales, and a lovely little flick on there from Flynn, but Charles got right underneath the shot. Andy Gray's flick on, chased by Brazil. Ratcliffe just saves it from going for the corner. Oh, by Souness. Thomas is going to take this. Oh, by Davis on Goff. Offside, defence moved out and caught Bannon and Brazil. Cleach meets those with solid confidence. And here's Brazil, and here's Bannon. Plays on the left side for Scotland, but likes to work the ball with the right foot. Price. No hurry. And Charles's header. Oh, played by Miller off Thomas, and that's worked well for Wales, but Thomas is offside. Header for Strachan to chase. Brazil in the middle, joined by Andy Gray and Bannon, and Andy Gray was there challenging but couldn't win it. Charles. Been beaten by Souness. Frank Gray blocked by Joey Jones. And Jones again will intercept. Ratcliffe to Slatter. Cleach wins above Charles. Nicholas. Jones throw. Foul by Miller on Davis. I suppose that was meant for Slatter. It's Strachan who comes away with the ball for Scotland. Goff overlapping. Strachan ran until he ran out of space and Jacket touched the ball off his toe. Souness wins it back and is rewarded with the throw. Foul by Thomas on, well, given the other way, Strachan on Thomas. Slatter. Davis. Miller, Bannon. Goff. Taking the return from Andy Gray. Now it's Brazil. Andy Gray to Bannon. Frank Gray. Bannon again likes to check back onto that right foot, and here's Goff coming for a free header. He should have done better with it. Credit to him for the position he got himself into, but a black mark for the finish. Good cross from Bannon, good run by the fullback, but a bad header. Good cross, Eamon Bannon, once of Chelsea. Whips off the knee from Ratcliffe. Forward by Jacket, Davis. Jacket to Slatter. Jeremy Charles calling for one high and early, but it's played instead for Nicholas. Touch again from Flynn. Oh, McLeish very angry that he didn't get the throw in there. And the referee having a stern word or two about dissent. And it's now Price. Davis. Price crossing for Charles, but so deep that he has to go to retrieve it. Takes McLeish with him. Now Slatter chance to play it early into the middle. Goes instead for the touchline, and Wales lose possession. Strachan playing it quickly for Brazil. It's an important tackle for Peter Nicholas to win. Brazil with Nicholas hounding him again. Oh, the Scots fans thought that he'd pushed him. Flynn. Price's ball forward was very disappointing. Price again. Davis. Flynn beaten by Miller. Nicholas. Jones got past Souness, got past Bannon. Gray was there covering. Gary Jones playing his 51st international for Wales. Just the same enthusiasm he showed in the first. Thomas winning a good one, but hitting the cross too hard. May even go out of play. Yes, it does off Jacket, and Strachan will take the throw. No, it's going to leave it for Goff. Brazil to Gray, and back again, and away goes Alan Brazil. Souness belting into the middle, and so too was Bannon, but Brazil had lost possession. Jacket, too hard for Thomas, and it's McLeish to push Scotland forward. Strachan, a couple of minutes from half-time. Neri, Souness, Andy Gray, Frank Gray. Bannon had made a good run across the penalty area with nobody going with him. Brazil almost got the touch that was needed, and if that had turned into another goal for Scotland, Wales would have had their own lack of concentration to blame for it. And the pass was played across. Bannon had made a run that nobody had spotted, that allowed him to turn it back again, and Brazil only just missed applying the finishing touch. Slatter. Souness to Brazil. Strachan. Minute to go in this first half. Nicholas with the ball for Ratcliffe. Goff's header out of play. Ratcliffe forward, Thomas onto it. Cleared by McLeish. Andy Gray. Strachan, Brazil. Souness. And Souness's shot finds Southall perfectly positioned on the edge of the goal area. Davis. Flynn forward for Charles, but he won't get there before McLeish. And we had 45 minutes. The referee is just checking his wristwatch. And there is the half-time whistle. Wales go in, a goal down to Scotland, made by a very good header by McLeish and finished off in typical style by Andy Gray. It's been an enterprising Scottish performance with the partnership of Gray and Brazil looking as though it could produce more goals yet. Wales threatening a few times on the counter-attack. There could well be more goals to come. At the moment, it's Wales 0, Scotland 1. On the right of the picture there as we look, Mike England, the Wales manager, just accepted a new 3-year contract to give him the chance to take Wales through to the World Cup finals in Mexico. So it's Scotland who begin the second half playing from the left, leading by Andy Gray's goal. Here they are on the attack again. Flynn helping to sort out on the byline there, but more pressure to come from Scotland. Frank Gray. Nicholas hemmed in but gets it through to Jones. Jones up the line to Davis. Charles to chase. Well, Jeremy Charles has done his willing best. Next to Mike England there, Doug Livermore, the Wales coach. Jones, Nicholas, Charles, touch back, but Souness onto it, and then Jacket and a flag for offside. Brazil. Thomas. Slatter. Davis. Jacket. And that's too close to Leighton. The Aberdeen goalkeeper not under pressure there. Slatter. And Slatter again. Jones. Davis. Touch for Flynn. And Flynn pulls it back but can't get the angle right, and it's a goal kick. But Wales have looked quite inventive in a lot of their build-ups. Thomas's header, back to him from Charles, out of play off Goff. Slatter looking for Charles. Jacket. It's a goal kick. Leighton now kicking into the wind. And Gray beaten by Ratcliffe. Miller. Offside flag is up against Andy Gray. Price. Neary for Scotland. Andy Gray, Strachan, Souness had to stretch for that and did well. Goff. It's not such a good ball. Richard Goff, 22-year-old newcomer to the Scotland side this season. Miller couldn't afford to wait for Leighton with Gordon Davis there. Goff's header taken on the chest by Gray. Goff. Gray. Good play by Scotland. Brazil getting Neary away. Strachan, Neary, and eventually Nicholas looked as though he might have won it back, but Souness, Andy Gray, and touched away from him, but Scotland forward again. Miller, Strachan, and Wales struggling to get back into the game here. Goff, Andy Gray, Strachan, Wales unable to get a sniff of the ball. Strachan trying to go around the outside. And that's a corner. It's a corner from this side that led to their goal in the first half. This one played short, back again to Strachan. Thomas winning it for Wales. He's allowed to run. Price. Header by McLeish. Ratcliffe. Slatter. That'll be the goalkeepers. Andy Gray, characteristic performance from him. He's battled for everything, challenged for every ball that's come within yards of him. Off Neri, Wales throw. Nicholas to Jacket, but Jacket was a bit casual and Scotland come away. Strachan's pass collected well by Bannon. He'll probably come inside. No, he came outside for the left foot, and Southall made the catch under the bar. Eamon Bannon, who favours the right foot, but as he showed us there, is capable too of crossing with the left. Joey Jones always expecting him to come back inside. Bannon's cross testing Southall under his crossbar. Thomas. Slatter, interception by Strachan, and a Wales throw-in. Ratcliffe to Price. Frank Gray, Bannon. Jones header, flick on by Davis. McLeish turning out to where there's room and safety. Brazil wins the header. Gray was off balance, so Brazil goes on his own and runs into Ratcliffe. Nicholas for Thomas. Wales fans attempt to lift their side as they go forward. Slatter. Goff. It's a well-judged ball. Brazil. Support from Strachan. Brazil. Souness. Strachan. Souness. Move has lost its momentum, but here's Goff coming in. Ratcliffe picks him off. McLeish up over Charles, and the foul given. Slatter. Gray back to Goff. Jones, Flynn, forward by Nicholas. Jacket, then forward again to Charles. Charles trying to get it through for Davis. and the corner I think is going to be given. Leighton says look where it is now, but that's not what the referee was looking for. He thought it had already gone over the line and had been helped back again, and so Mickey Thomas has a corner to take. "11 minutes into the second half. Thomas. Cross was blocked by Andy Gray, and Gray comes out with the ball and plays it early. Good idea by Souness, but the pass meant for Brazil was cut out by Nicholas. But it's still Scotland through Strachan and Gough. Nicholas after him, but Gough crosses, and the header away goes to Souness, who shoots wide. Graham Souness, who so often for Liverpool picks them up from about that range and plonks them back on target. Put that one wide. There's evidence that the referee was correct to give the corner just a moment or two ago at the other end. Gough in a bit of doubt there, I think, but got away with it. Leighton, long for Gray again. Jones, Neri, Andy Gray up and under, and who's under it? Andy Gray. Miller against Davis, and the foul given against the Welshman. So Steve Lowndes comes on to get his first cap for Wales, 22-year-old from Newport County. Lowndes taking over from Brian Flynn. Miller, Souness, Thomas. Well, Lowndes' first touch was a very positive one, not into the corner of the goal area, but picked up there by Leighton. Andy Gray against Ratcliffe, clearance by Slatter, touch from Jacket, and now Gough for Scotland. Strachan. Bannon made the run, and that made the gap for Strachan, and he could go all the way. Good save by Southall. Bannon, and Bannon's shot is wide. But Eamon Bannon there did a very good job indeed for Gordon Strachan, because it was his run that took the attention of the defenders, and as he goes across there, Strachan dives through the gap, outpaces the defenders, out comes Southall, and that was a good save. Ball then deflects here, and Bannon gets a chance, and wasn't as wide as it seemed at first sight. All round the ground now, the yellow banners of Scotland, and here's Thomas, maybe to make them think again. Brought down by McLeish. Referee is, if I interpret his signal right, given that as obstruction, and it'll be indirect. We'll see whether he raises his arm again. Quarter of an hour of this second half gone, and Scotland clinging to their 1-0 lead. It's been a very open and adventurous home international. Direct free kick, floated up by Thomas and straight out of play. Jacket. Davis. Strachan. Miller. Goff. Souness. Couldn't curve it along the line for Andy Gray as he was trying. Slatter. Andy Gray. Brazil. Strachan. Brazil calling for it to be played early. Strachan held on and brings in Goff instead. Strachan. Goff doubles back to retrieve. Bannon. Over the top for Brazil, and he hooks it down. And back for Strachan. Welsh covering was good enough to smother, but they still can't win possession. It's Bannon for Strachan. And then it was eventually won by Slatter for Nicholas. And that surely is too far for Lowndes to get overhit. Jones, intercepted by Frank Gray. There really isn't much to be had in midfield. Scottish subs bench, John Walk there on the left and Charlie Nicholas next to him. The Scottish strikers playing well enough that you wonder whether Nicholas will get into this game. All his 50-plus goals this season. McLeish. Frank Gray. Price to Ratcliffe. Lowndes couldn't get past Frank Gray, but Wales have the throw. Davis. Jones. Nicholas. Got by Charles. Got away by Goff to Strachan. Frank Gray. To Bannon. One back by Jones. Frank Gray forward onto the head of Price. Bannon. Strachan. Intelligent switch of direction to give Goff some room. And he has support from Souness. Neri will try one. Well, it wasn't very positive. Neri, who played in the middle of defence on Tuesday night, operating in midfield today. Leish's head out. Bannon first time, and Brazil will chase that. Southall is coming in the race and wins. Jacket. Too high for Lowndes. Scotland throw. Well, the clouds at Ninian Park have lifted, but the weather remains much more reminiscent of mid-season than midsummer. Free kick quickly taken and finding its way through to Souness, and then Frank Gray. Bannon and Frank Gray exchanging passes, and Bannon goes on. And Eamon Bannon, who had an unhappy 9 months with Chelsea, now back with the Scottish champions Dundee United, looks a very different player indeed than he did in his spell in the Football League. Hitting this corner high and wide. Strachan chasing it. Souness. Side of the foot, and the keeper fumbled it. Brazil, and the goal is given. Brazil gets it after a fumble by Southall. Turned across by Strachan, then Souness. And as Southall comes for it, I think Southall was thinking about a possibility of a foul there, but after the confusion between Southall and Ratcliffe, Brazil scored easily. Midway through the second half, it's Wales 0, Scotland 2. Alan Brazil's first ever goal for Scotland. Will Jockstein's decision to leave out Charlie Nicholas and try a new partnership up front, completely vindicated with a goal apiece from Andy Gray and Alan Brazil. Vaughan stopped. Lance comes in, but Miller got the important touch. The ball not out of play. Souness gets it back, and this time Leighton keeps it in. And the Scots now with their minds on next Wednesday and their trip to Wembley. Charles gets it across for Jackett, and Jackett side foots it and slices it very tamely wide. And Kenny Jackett, who's had such a good season for Wales, has not had a very distinguished afternoon here, and he caps it here after Charles has done the donkey work for him with a terrible slice when he tried to aim it up into the top corner. Davis, Charles, Thomas, and Bannon for Scotland. Neri, Andy Gray, who's been so mobile. Gough will collect this. He has Strachan free. Ratcliffe coming to challenge, Gough again, Strachan, Andy Gray was calling for it, and a complete miss kick by Jackett. Given away that time by Charles, but Brazil beaten by Jones, and Wales for the moment looking decidedly rocky. But perhaps Davis can do something to restore their confidence. Nicholas. And a complete miss kick by Thomas with the goal gaping. Nothing going right for Wales at the moment. Davis taking it up down the right side. Miller, defender, challenging as Davis checks back inside, rolls it across. Then Nicholas takes over, and Scotland being pulled about, but Thomas tried for the right foot when the left would have been better. Charles against McLeish. Corner. Wales have just left Peter Nicholas back to guard Alan Brazil, and the other 9 are all forward. And that looked like Andy Gray's hand reaching for that. Price was up, Thomas goes for it, and misses by inches. That was a better effort from Mickey Thomas. Very typical of the little man. Athletic and acrobatic. Really only a half chance then. Andy Gray went up with a hand. Here it's anybody's. And now Thomas, overhead, very well done, just over. Strachan, Brazil was offside. Thomas. Nicholas. Davis. Nicholas. That hit Miller. Kenny Jackett misdirecting the pass. Nicholas. Jackett. Jackett trying to win it back. Ratcliffe missed his kick, but gets a second chance. Thomas. Nicholas aiming for Charles, but McLeish is very good with the head. Thomas. Souness. Goff. Souness. Was given away by Price, but Strachan unable to profit from it. Thomas. Davis against Miller. And Miller flicks it out for the corner. Just 15 minutes remaining. Scotland leading 2-0. Promising to win in Wales for the first time for 10 years. Through to Jackett. He hasn't many options there, and he didn't have much room either. Strachan. Souness playing it early and well for Brazil. Brazil trying to angle it through, but cut out, and the move starts again with Goff. Neri. Souness. Bannon, he's got a good international again. Lifts over a good cross for Andy Gray. Disappointment for the Wolves striker. Saw a chance there. Thought he was going to make something of it. Bannon once again does well, going for the line and hoisting over the high cross. Gray jumps and he scraped the paint to the post. Called to the Scottish side for these home international championships, and can certainly be counted a success. certainly had their money's worth for their long journey down from Scotland. Brazil. Neri. Brazil. Neri! Goalkeeper touched it. Credit to Southall for a good save there. Brazil had been well involved here, setting it up for Neri, and yes, that was a very good save. That was heading for the corner. And that was a beautiful move with McLeish coming on the dummy run and Gough getting the header. Scotland have looked very good and inventive from the corner kicks. And here's Davis now. Snatched a bit at the shot and pulled it. Didn't have a lot of support. Came to Davis, two touches with the outside of the foot and then pulled it with the instep. Slatter getting well under pressure from Gray to Ratcliffe. Nicholas. Bannon. Jones header. Jones again. Thomas. Nicholas playing it in for Davis. And again this time, ducked by Thomas. Charles. And Jeremy Charles, although he's been a game trier at centre forward, has looked very much what he is. A man who's mainly a defender playing out of position. But here's a thoroughbred striker in Brazil going forward, setting it up now for Strachan. And as Strachan went to pull the cross back for Gray or Brazil, had a complete air shot. Can see the funny side of it himself with his side leading 2-0. Ball was running very fast for Strachan, and he couldn't balance himself on the right foot to cross with the left. Slatter, tackled by Andy Gray. Brazil, it's given it away to Charles, and Charles tries one, and he got hold of that. About a yard wide in the end, but it was swiftly taken and beautifully struck. You see he's only 5 yards over the centre circle. Lets it run a few more and lets fly, and wasn't far wide. Gray on to Brazil. Strachan. Gough. Bannon. Strachan. Strachan trying to squirt it through. Cleared up to Charles. Charles's header will be intercepted by Miller. And when you look through this Scottish side, you can't think that Jock Stein will want to be making many changes for the game with England at Wembley. Neri. Miller. Brazil is onside. Andy Gray coming near post. And Southall picks it down Jennings style with one hand. Miller just going to cover, but it'll go up for a goal kick. Steering it to Slatter, and Slatter back to Southall. 7.5 minutes to go and 2-0 down. It's time for an all-out Grand Slam finish from Wales if they're to salvage anything from this. The banners that are waving all round Ninian Park bear the emblem of Scotland. Price beats Brazil. Lowndes beaten Strachan. Scotland have become more and more dominant as this second half has gone on, and Strachan has had a lot to do with it. And that was a good save from Strachan by Southall, who's been a very busy goalkeeper. Lowndes takes time to look. Miller gets it away, and he's given Gordon Davis very little room as Willie Miller. Neri, Souness, Jacket coming forward. That was a half-hearted shot. I think it's only fair to Kenny Jacket to say that he's a much better player than he's looked here this afternoon. McLeish. Allen's header. Andy Gray getting it from Brazil. Ratcliffe, then Jones. Lowndes against Frank Gray. Nicholas got the touch with the head. It's out of play, and the Scotland throw. Last 5 minutes of the game. Neri back to Gray, and Gray back to Leighton. Nothing going right for Wales. Scotland throwing. I'm afraid those are Welsh voices critical of their side. It's a bit hard. One has to remember that injury has deprived them of Ian Rush, of Leighton James and Robbie James, and that might have made a world of difference up front. Nicholas, Price. It's a header for Miller. Looking for Charles's head, but he's beaten. Nicholas. An athletic bit of work by Leighton, and the linesman looking down the line gives the corner against him, and Leighton, having lost out to that linesman in a similar situation once before, really didn't want to see it go against him a second time. From this angle, not possible to tell. That may well have crossed the line in the air, but you can understand Jim Leighton's frustration after that effort. Thomas's corner. Leighton a good punch. And a missed kick by Lowndes. And another corner. Wales' 7th corner of the game. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Leighton a punch again, and it was good enough. Davis down injured, the linesman with his flag up, presumably for offside. And Davis is going to need some attention. Injury that happened in a crowded goalmouth when the corner was hanging under the crossbar, and Leighton was trying to find a way through for the punch, which eventually cleared the danger for Scotland. So Davis limps back into action for the last couple of minutes. It's been the only stoppage, as far as I can recall, in the whole game. Mr. Moffat will have a minute or so to add on. It looks now as though this is going to turn into a victory for Scotland. They will be able to give their thoughts now to their visit to Wembley to play England and the trip to Canada which follows. Wales, meanwhile, have a game against Northern Ireland, and following that, really big attraction, home match against Brazil. Strachan to Souness. Strachan. Gough once again willing to make a run down this near touchline. Andy Gray knows he's there. Gough finding support from Souness. Scotland with 7 men forward, playing out time in their opponent's half. Souness into the space, but nobody making a run. Strachan challenging, but Thomas with the ball for Wales. We're into the time that the referee is adding on as Lowndes tries a break. The door closed by McLeish and Miller. Steve Lowndes, the Wales substitute, on for Brian Flynn. Ratcliffe, Price, referee taking a check of his watch as Charles tries to shake off McLeish, which has been a difficult task all afternoon. Two central defenders from Aberdeen have done very well for Scotland. And Davis throws himself in for a header that might just have brought Wales a consolation goal at the death. But Davis, as you see, far from 100%. Came from this throw by Joey Jones, long into the goal area, headed on by Charles, helped further across, and just eluding Davis's dive. Referee has added on 2 minutes, and that, he decides, is enough. Scotland record their first victory on Welsh soil since 1973, thanks to goals from those two men, Andy Gray on the left and Alan Brazil on the right. Their willingness, mobility, strength and finishing power, the real difference between the two sides. The jubilation and the celebrations, Scotland's. Wales, meanwhile, go away to bemoan their absent strikers, not least Ian Rush. Final score at Ninian Park is Wales 0, Scotland 2. Thank you, Don. Don, if I don't see you, I'll say cheers now, because I'm going to try and make a fairly quick getaway.